Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next installment of the Talking Groose. I am your host, the Groose, and like always, and every couple weeks across the table from me is the co-host, better known as Rich. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, everybody. Busy week. A lot of stuff going on in Phoenix. The golf tournament, lead up to the Super Bowl, even though it's not here.
Well, the Super Bowl is actually, I've renamed it this year. I'm not calling it the Super Bowl, and I'm calling it the Taylor Swift Bowl.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on now. That's the only reason a lot of people are watching it. You know that.
I'm not even watching it. I can't stand professional sports anymore. I used to love them. Huge Cubs fan, huge Bears fan.
I choose professional sports for the Super Bowl. Actually, I prefer to watch it for the commercials, and they're not even that good anymore.
Yeah.
They're not even that good. I mean, we've had there's been much better commercials back in the past, and you know what? You can catch them online now, and if you want to go, hey, I want to Google Super Bowl 2024 commercials, and you got everything.
Yeah, you don't need to watch the obnoxious Taylor Swift feed.
Yeah. And then they have Usher as their super. I think it's Usher's the show for the halftime show, and
No. I don't foresee a wardrobe malfunction.
no, I don't. But I mean, that's about the last year I watched it. Oh no, I did watch it a couple of years ago when they had all of the washed up old rap stars singing. And they had 50 Cent on there, and he looked more like $1.25 now. He's big boy now. He's
about 350.
He's about 350. Yeah, 350 cent or 350 cent. So, well, anyway, so on this episode today, we're going to go ahead and since we decided never to talk politics again until we get down to two. And by then, I'll probably forget who the second candidate is, and they'll probably forget. Yeah, they'll probably forget also. We decided to take Let's Talk, and we are going to go ahead and give you some of our angst of our youth.
Yeah, we've got a nice story for you that we like to call the Magic Tacos.
And we talked about the Magic Taco in a previous episode, and we'll now elaborate on it. And going forward, we'll have a bunch of our other stories of when we were younger. Hopefully they bring humor to you guys as they did when we actually did them. I'm so happy that we didn't have social media when we were kids.
And everybody didn't have a phone camera.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They still had the brick was still around, and everything. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So let's go ahead and pay for this episode. As we always do, we come to you from the Rocket Courier Studios, currently in Tempe, Arizona. Rocket Courier, if you ever need a courier company, if you do business in Arizona, or you have a company that does business in Arizona or needs things delivered outside of Arizona, Rocket Courier, reach out to them. They've been in business for 15 years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They will deliver anything. I mean, as small as an envelope to as large as a pallet. They also will do, court filings, process serves, you name it, they do it. Reach out to them, Rocket Courier, 480-217-0933. You can find them on the web at www.rocketcourieraz.com. And remember, it's not rocket science, it's Rocket Courier.
All right, today we're going to start out Weird from the Web with a story called Cold War era missile found in the garage of someone's home.
Yeah, so it was the nuclear option, is my opinion. I mean, we hear about that, but it was found in Bellevue, Washington. A deceased man or a deceased person. They were going through their garage and found a Cold War era missile that was used to carry nuclear warheads. It was an air-to-air missile. The type of missile was a Douglas Air 2 Genie, they said, and it was used to carry a nuclear warhead. It was an air-to-air unguided missile. You know, I why can't I have anything cool like that in my garage?
Because you didn't grow up during World War II.
I grew up during the Cold War.
True.
I mean, the missile was used. It was used back, the late 50s, early 60s. They used it. I mean, of course, I wasn't around then. Thank God. Because, you know, they all teach you go run and hide under the desk, you know, in the
Duck and cover.
Yeah, in the event of a nuclear war, which I'm sorry, in the event of a nuclear war, I'm just going to bend over and kiss my ass goodbye.
Duck, cover, and die.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You know, I've seen that people have had a lot of weird things that they keep in their garage. I mean, come on, I watch American Pickers. I mean, you know.
What I'm wondering is if this guy, you know, somebody tried to rob his house, I'm going to point my missile at you.
You're going to point your missile. Watch out! Here comes my missile.
I'm going to track you, find out where your family lives, and I'm going to launch this sucker.
And that might be why that could have been why they had it. I'm just saying. I mean, it's.
Just be glad you weren't on his enemies list.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Next we have shocking.
Yeah, Tesla plunges into Norwegian fjord. Occupants rescued by floating sauna, which is odd to begin with. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's come on, it's in Norway. I mean, of course they're going to have some weird things in there. I mean, you got the floating sauna. But I don't.
Never heard of a floating sauna before. I guess I'm just not very worldly. But the electric vehicle drove into the Oslo fjord at the, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, an area where ships dock, and video recorded by witnesses shows the driver and passenger climbing on top of the car to stay out of the frigid water.
Now, here's my question: if you're to drive a Tesla into water, would you get shocked?
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, man. I mean, it's all electric. So last time I checked, electric and water don't mix.
Yeah, that makes the scene from Risky Business where he drives the car into the water. Can you imagine that? All over
Yeah, the Tesla. My brother has a Tesla, and you know,
I'm sorry.
He says it's a really cool car. I mean, it could be a cool car, but
Todd has a Tesla.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of his many vehicles. He just wanted it because it's cool. He has no delusions that it's saving the earth.
Yeah, I don't think my brother does either. He just wanted it because it's probably a status symbol or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Lawyers,
yeah. Yeah. So, but he says it's a really cool car. I mean, I would like to do one day with him is I would like to go take my gas powered vehicle and take his electric powered vehicle. I'll get a full tank. He gets a full charge, and we're going to drive the same distance. And of course, we're going to have to stop we have to go longer than what I think would be fun would be go longer than the distance the car actually says its range. You go longer than the range, a starting point and ending point, and to see who could get there faster by driving the speed limit. Now, mind you, we'll have to stop and recharge fuel or refuel charge or whatever. But see, you could get there faster because, it will take me like maybe 10 minutes at the gas pump. 5 minutes maybe. But yeah, I'd say 5 minutes to fill up at the gas pump.
So what do you do if you run out of electric in the middle of the highway, like in the desert? You can't go and fill a gas can with electric.
Get a solar panel out and slap it to the top of the car.
Get a gas-powered generator and plug it in.
Yeah.
Oops. Just defeated the purpose.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if they give if they give something like that in the owner's manual, like a help desk or something. Call the help desk and they'll send roadside assistance out with charger. That's a good question. There we go. This one. If anybody who's listening to this or anybody who has a Tesla, without me having to ask my brother about it, please let us know if they have a contingency plan for that. I mean, it's that's a good point.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be a fun competition to do.
Yeah.
To see who could get there, faster. Or who could get there not faster, but who get there sooner without breaking, speed limits or speed records or anything, But the Tesla going into a lake, once again, shocking experience. I'm telling you, I would, and then to be saved by a floating sauna.
That would be a cool special effects scene in a movie.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Definitely.
Spielberg, if you're watching, I got some ideas for you. All right, on to our next story. We're calling this one Scrap Your Ex.
Yeah, so what it is an English, a wrecking yard, and once again, our friends over in the UK. They always are good for something hilarious. What they're offering is they have a thing called Scrap Your Ex. It's a Valentine's Day. It's a way to celebrate Valentine's Day. So you sign up on their website. You pay a certain amount, whatever it is. They will go out and paint your former lover's name on the car, and then they'll take the car and go crush it. Very therapeutic, I would say.
I mean, if you're Liz Taylor and you had 10 ex-spouses, would you do all 10? Would they charge you for all 10?
Maybe you get a bundle deal.
Right.
You get a deal if you like
we'll give you a 6-pack.
Yeah, you pay for 8 and get 2 free or something. I mean,
right.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. It's a hilarious, good way, good-natured fun. It's like Pizza Hut has the breakup pizza. This what do you call it? This Valentine's Day. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Well, so what Pizza Hut did, it's a pizza, from what I understand, I should say, what I heard, it is a pizza shaped like a heart that's cut in half. The box is a special box that has a picture of a broken heart on the top, and they write the names of the people that are breaking up on both halves of the heart. And you can have it delivered for Valentine's Day.
Guess what? You're getting a pizza.
Delivering you a pizza today. To all the women I've loved before, you're getting a pizza coming to your door.
Willie Nelson, you're not.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not. I won't quit my day job or my night job. So pigeons, they're no longer the rats of the sky.
Yeah, there shows here, pigeon was freed in India after being cleared of spying for China. How did they know it was a Chinese pigeon?
Oh, go on. You'll see.
A pigeon was released by police in India after being detained 8 months earlier on suspicion of being a Chinese spy. They must have waterboarded him or something. The pigeon was detained by police in Mumbai after it was found in May with 2 rings on its legs bearing Chinese script, and one of the rings was found to contain a microchip. After further, determination, detectives had the pigeon held at the Bai Sakarbai Dinshaw Petite Hospital for Animals on suspicion of being involved in espionage on behalf of China. It was turned over to the Bombay Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and set free on whatever Tuesday of this week. The pigeon's release was welcomed by animal rights group PETA India, which had campaigned for the bird to be freed.
So, what that reminds me of, so have you watched on the History Channel, there's the show Unbelievable, I think it's called.
I haven't seen that.
It's hosted by Dan Aykroyd. And it's right along with that show Unexplained that William Shatner hosts.
Okay, I've seen that.
And it's they did one about strange military weapons. and they talked about the military uses still currently to this day dolphins.
I've heard this.
Yeah. Yeah, they had dolphins that back during the Cold War that would wear or during Korea, I think it was the Korean War, that would wear needles on their noses, and when they would go and find the enemy scuba diving, they would stab the enemy with the needle, and it would cause the enemy to float to the surface.
Deadly dolphins, news at 11.
They also had on there, which was it's cruel, but it was sort of funny waste of government money. A spy cat. They figured cats are usually friendly, and they're very social. Some cats. They learned they couldn't train them, but they did find that they most of the time will go and be social if it was a social cat. So what they did is they surgically implanted a listening device into its ear, and then they ran the wire all the way back through the tail to act as the antenna. And when they when they thought they had it fixed, they had it ready to go. They took it, in the van or whatever, down into DC somewhere, and they let the cat out to go see if it would work. Well, unfortunately, they let the cat out of the van, and it got hit by a car. So they scrapped the program because of that.
That reminds me of Rush used to always talk about the oil spill. They cleaned like an otter off or whatever, and they released the otter, and there was a big deal, and all these kids were watching, and we're releasing Ollie the otter or whatever, and like right after they release him, he's splashing around, and an orca comes up and just and eats him.
Well, yeah, I mean that's yeah. I mean
welcome to nature, kids.
Yeah. There was another one I saw on some of the English created during World War II rat bombs.
No, that's new to me.
They had bombs. I don't know. I can't remember if the rats were dead or alive or what have you, but they would get them. They had them implanted into the bombs. They must have been dead, and they implanted bombs into them. And they would put these rats in like shipment of coal to Germany. And the whole theory was, well, they were going to blow the rat up, which would go into the whatever was taking the coal, and the heat would cause the bomb to go off. So. But the Nazis found it early. They found it before the actual bomb went off or what have you. And I guess
inspecting rats' asses and their bombs or something.
I don't know. But it caused the Germans to be paranoid of rats through the whole war because of it. I mean, some of the things we do as a society. I mean,
I still want to see the interrogation tapes of the pigeon here.
Yeah, I would too.
Was he blindfolded? Did they give him a cigarette?
Yeah. Did they put him in a dark room with a light shining on him? I mean.
All right. Well, next one we're going to call "That's One Way to Win."
Yeah, so this is one that we all wanted to do probably as a kid. In Queensland, Australia, a 3-year-old boy had climbed into a claw machine. I have visions of Toy Story when I see that.
Yeah, except for this one wanted to get a Hello Kitty plush toy.
It was a Hello Kitty plush toy he wanted, and Hello Kitty, probably a big thing over on that. It's a big thing here, but I mean, probably equally as big over in Australia, and yeah, I guess that is one way to get your Hello Kitty toy. I mean, but how big was that opening for a 3-year-old to crawl into it? I mean, because every claw game I've ever played it's always been like a real small opening.
Right, you can barely even get your hand in there because they don't want you stealing the stuff out of the machine.
Yeah, but. I mean, this thing. But looking at the picture here, the size of these plushy these plush animals or Hello Kitties were huge. I mean,
Well,
just
that's probably
huge.
why it was a huge opening for the 3-year-old to get in.
But wouldn't you need? I mean, wouldn't you need like a crane then at that point? You would need like a big like caterpillar crane to go down and grab it. They're
I
so
don't know.
big. I mean,
I could just see the mom turns back around. He's in the machine. Look, mommy, I won.
yeah. Yeah, that would have been fun. I don't know. I don't know how kids could do that. I mean, I get it. Kids would do that, but I mean, I don't know how
Yeah, I don't get it.
why um the kid and the police, they won there, and the claw machine lost.
Yeah,
I
yeah, and
mean,
I'm sure the makers of the claw machine are gonna be a little more careful about the openings
yeah,
from now on.
they're gonna resize it. um so when life gives you lemons, all right, so when life gives you lemons, what we had here is on the January 31st, 285-year-old lemon was found in the back of an old cabinet drawer. They wound up, once again, England.
Did they do carbon testing on it to find out how old it was?
I don't know, but you got to talk up a little bit.
I know. I was just
It didn't work. But yeah, 100 or 285-year-old lemon. It was auctioned off. They wound up selling the lemon for $1,780.
And what did those people do with the lemon?
It was interesting because it had maybe this is something they did back in the 1700s, but it had a message inscribed on it. It said, "Given by Mr. P. Lou Franchini, November 4th, 1739, to Miss Baxter E." What a weird way to was it like the scrap your ex thing?
I don't know. And I mean, what did they do? Write it on there with a Sharpie? They didn't exactly have.
No, they carved it in.
They carved it
It
in.
was carved in to it. It was inscribed somehow on it. Now, mind you, it looks like a Sharpie in the picture, but you can tell it was carved into the lemon. Which, why? Why would somebody give a lemon as a gift? Unless, once again, it's like scrap your ex.
I don't know.
I mean,
Someday people will look back at 2024 and they'll be like, "What were those people thinking?"
well, yeah.
So
I mean, but what is with the lemon? I mean, and here's the thing that gets me is, once again, if it's an old cabinet, I don't know if about the chest of drawers. I don't know how old that was, but it only went for $40.
you know,
I mean, just $40 for it.
can't make lemonade out of the Chester drawers.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I don't know if I want lemonade made out of that lemon either. I mean, that thing's probably petrified by now.
True.
I mean, but who would hold on to a lemon for that long? Or would somebody forget it? Forgot it was
family heirloom or something.
I don't know.
How
I mean, the ways you can say I love you. Here's a lemon. I mean, it just, yeah. I don't. So I could go on. It just, I have no words for it.
Yeah, that's kind of a what?
I have
story.
Absolutely no words for it. So next we have this gives a whole new meaning to sausage pizza.
I made that one up. Pizza Hut's unforeseen circumcision spelling error goes viral. January 30th, Pizza Hut eatery in Ontario gained infamy online due to an unfortunate typo in a posted sign lamenting unforeseen circumcisions. The restaurant in Timmins posted a sign on its door said it was meant to inform customers that the dining room would be closed to unforeseen circumstances, but a spelling error or interference from autocorrect led it instead to blaming unforeseen circumcisions. Yeah, I don't think I'd be dining at that.
Hi, would you like a little extra foreskin with your pizza?
Yeah. Photos of the sign quickly spread online and went viral for a second time when actor George Takei shared the image, writing, "Typos are my worst enema." And did he say what's the famous George Takei line?
Oh my.
Oh yeah. Did he look at it and say, "Oh my"?
Oh my.
So the Timmins District Hospital Foundation also jumped on the viral image, writing on Facebook, "Hey Timmins Pizza Hut, stick to pizza. We'll handle the circumcisions." Mark Gerard, general manager of the Pizza Hut, made light of the spelling order with a new sign posted for a $5 pizza deal. In light of recent circumstances, the sign reads, "Going to quip that the deal has no tip required." Everybody can get a laugh out of it, you know.
And hopefully it will go viral now again with us talking about it. Yeah, I mean, no tip required. I want a little extra foreskin on my pizza. You know, I mean,
sausage is a little gamey.
Come on, more circumcision jokes. You know, I mean, no tip required.
Next, though, you know, where they some people take the placenta.
Oh yeah, and eat it. Yeah, oof.
Yeah. Is that their next?
That's the next thing.
Next viral dish.
Yeah. Ow.
Welcome to Placenta Hut.
Go to Placenta
Hut. No break.
So, yeah, Placenta Hut. That was good. Sorry about the technical difficulty there. We had a little bit of freezing of the cameras. Everybody, the story, the computer system was freaked out by it.
We even grossed out the computer system.
Computer's like, I don't want my foreskin fed to me. Don't feed me my foreskin. Wasn't that one guy we worked with, Ron? Didn't he always foreskin Freddy? Wasn't that what he always said?
I think so.
That was his phrase. I mean,
yeah.
Anyways.
So, lastly, we've got a computer that doesn't want to work.
We're being plagued with technical difficulties. It's because of the foreskin jokes.
Yeah,
that's it.
We're being smithed. YouTuber is accused of topping 150 miles per hour on his motorcycle.
Yeah, so what we got here, once again, thank God that we never, ever, ever, ever didn't have technology when we were kids. So this fella here he was in Denver. He was caught in Denver. He was riding his motorcycle, would videotape it of him going at speeds of 150, and then post it online.
Oh my!
Oh my! Yeah! Oh my!
Says it. It's a trip that usually takes about an hour, but this dude must have made it in about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Made it speeding from Colorado Springs to Denver on Interstate 25 in 20 minutes. A trip that usually takes about an hour.
Makes me think of that line from I Can't Drive 55.
Right.
You know.
Makes me think of.
What was it? It used to take me an hour, but now it takes all day or something. It took
me 16 hours to get to LA.
Yeah. I mean.
So, Rendon Dietzman, a 32-year-old from Texas, recorded himself on September 28th going more than 150 miles per hour. It reminds me of the trips we used to take to Vegas.
Yeah, well, but yeah, back then you could do that. But once again, we didn't have social media, so we couldn't post it.
Squeezing through small gaps in traffic and traveling on the shoulder, according to Colorado State Patrol news release sent Wednesday. The video has since been deleted from YouTube, but the State Patrol shared a clip with the news release. The guy's name is Gixer Bra on YouTube. It must be some kind of, millennial name for meaning for that.
No, I don't know. That's He was still caught, even though he was using a different name. I mean,
he posted multiple similar videos from different parts of the country. He's wanted on charges of menacing, engaging in a speed contest, reckless endangerment, reckless driving, speeding 40 miles per hour over the speed limit, and engaging in an exhibition of speed and driving without license plates attached. Well, I mean, if you're going faster than the speed of light, yeah, who needs a license plate?
Yeah, because who's going to see it?
Yeah.
I mean, once again, that's why would you post something like that? Hi, everybody, look at my stupidity.
That reminds me of a story that a friend of ours told me. When he had his Corvette, he was going down a freeway on-ramp, and somebody was already pulled over on the side, and he saw that the cop was there, and he had already gotten into it. And so he just stepped on it rather than slow down and just went zoom right past so the cop couldn't read his license plate. And he's like, yeah, that guy was probably thinking, you stopped me?
Yeah. We've all had things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if, once again, though, thank God we didn't have social media because,
right.
or recording devices. And it was before the cars that we did it in, it was before they would start data logging and recording things. So
right. They didn't have the government shutoff switch installed yet.
Yeah, thank God. At that point, I want to go back and get myself my old Beetle driving again.
Right?
I'm going to get my old Beetle where I can, drive it in the event of a electromagnetic pulse and it will still drive,
Yep, no sunspots screwing things up there.
Yeah, or Mercury retrograde or something.
Right.
Yeah, don't have to worry about that. So that's going to bring us then to our next topic. We're going to Let's Talk. So Let's Talk is now going to be until we have some better news to talk about. Let's Talk is going to be we're going to be going over some of our hijinks and our angst from when we were younger.
We did some pretty crazy stuff. I used to drive a 1980 Chevy Camaro, and I'm surprised that I wasn't stopped somewhere for all the hijinks that we did in that thing. If there would have been YouTube then, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I don't think either of us would be sitting here right now.
Right.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's get on with Let's Talk. Okay, so let's talk. The Magic Taco is what we're going to talk about. Now, we talked about the Magic Taco in one of our previous episodes when we were talking about Baja Blast and Taco Bell. So I remember doing it. I remember doing it, and I remember it actually that we did it, but I totally forgot the details of the story. So that's what we got the co-host here for today. He will go ahead and elaborate on the details of this story, and hopefully it will jar my 50-year-old memory to come back.
Yeah, this is a story from probably about close to 30 years ago. I want to say somewhere around 1994.
It was. Yeah, I would have to say it was. It was
before my son was born.
It was definitely in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like 30 years ago. I mean, it's been forever ago.
We often frequented the Taco Bell locations around the East Valley area of Maricopa County, the Phoenix area, Tempe, Mesa, Chandler, as such, and I must have gone through Taco Bell drive-thru one night. I can't remember if it's me by myself, and they gave me the wrong tacos. They gave me Supreme, and I don't like Supreme, so
yeah, he only likes meat and cheese, folks. Meat and cheese only.
I like lettuce.
Ooh,
so anyway,
he's mixing it up now.
So anyway, I had these tacos still sitting behind my driver's seat, and we were out one night, me and my friends, and Greg was there, and I can't remember who else was with us.
I don't. I think Dan was there also, wasn't it? Dan?
I'm thinking maybe Jason.
I don't know. But anyways, go on with the story.
So somebody says, something about, hey, what are these tacos? Can I throw this out? And I'm like, oh no, I need to go through Taco Bell and tell them they gave me the wrong tacos. So we went to a Taco Bell pretty close to the house where I lived at the time. Went through the drive-thru. I think it was the same one I bought them at. And I said, hey, I ordered some tacos last night. You guys gave me the wrong thing. and I just like to get the right ones because I didn't eat last night because of this. And we none of us were making good money at the time. I can't remember where we were working.
I don't know.
It was post McDonald's, so it was somewhere.
Yeah, we were young adults by this point.
Right. So I went up to the window, and he says, "Oh, just pull up to the window. We'll get you some fresh tacos." And so he hands me the tacos, and I go to give him the other one, and I said, "Hey, do you want these to throw away?" And he says, "No, you guys can just get rid of those yourself." So 20-year-old light bulb goes off in my head. Ding, 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 ding. So we go to another Taco Bell drive-thru. Same thing. We get to the window. "Hey, do you want these tacos back?" No, you guys just discard those. We don't want to. So we must have hit up 3 Taco Bell drive-thrus at least.
Yeah, we hit a few of them up, and we all ate tacos that night. I remember.
Fed everybody in the car, and we finally got. I remember the one that we went to that actually took the tacos, and it was at Dobson and Southern in Mesa.
Okay.
That one still exists. The original one that we went to, it doesn't exist anymore. They've moved the location since then. But, and I remember we went through the drive-thru, and at that one, they asked for the tacos first before they would hand us the ones. So I don't know if one store was calling another store and saying, "Hey, if these guys come through drive-thru, yeah, don't." But we
once again, if we had social media, and if email was more prevalent, they might have emailed the other store. I mean, my years of retail, if there was like a theft, if somebody had stole something, you'd send an email blast out to all the stores in the area and say, "Hey, watch out for this person trying to return whatever." We watched them steal it. Wonder if, but back then, email wasn't really the big thing.
No, it was kind of in its infancy.
Yeah, and once again, no social media.
Messaging, even pagers, were just the number pagers. I don't know if they had the text pagers yet.
They were around, but it was few and far between.
It was more for doctors and lawyers.
More for professionals, real professionals. It wasn't just for everybody.
So we ended up all eating tacos that night, and we thought of doing it again, but
we did do it again.
Did we?
We did. We did it a couple of times. I remember.
I remember doing it except for that one night.
No, we did it a few times. It was up in the Scottsdale area. We did it. Not you might have been with us. That's why I was saying Dan, the guy Dan that we knew, was driving when we did it.
Yeah, again. I don't think I was with you guys when you did it.
No, you didn't. No. Well, you missed it then.
You took the cue from the original one and ran with it.
Hey, you get free tacos. I mean,
you're 20-something years old, and you're low on money, and you're like, how can I eat for next to nothing?
Okay. Yeah, so we named them the Magic Tacos because they
hate to make a biblical reference.
I was going to say it's like the feeding of the 5,000 or whatever.
Exactly. It was the feeding of everybody in the Camaro at the time. Yeah. But we found a way to make a couple of stale tacos that were at least 24 to 48 hours old.
Multiply and feed everybody.
We made them multiply.
It's like the loaves of bread and fish. I mean.
Sorry, please don't strike me down.
Oh Lord, forgive me. The tacos.
So that's just one of our many funny stories. But that one was
the Magic Tacos. Yeah, I mean that. That was great. I think next week we should cover the phone booth.
Oh yeah.
The phone booth was great.
If we can get through it without dying laughing.
Because even still to this day, talking about it, we still just would start cracking up.
Yeah. We tried to tell our girlfriends' wives, whatever, a few years back, and we were just about rolling on the floor.
Then they were looking at us like we were complete idiots.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, like what? But it was just so funny when it happened. Just remembering that actually.
and the funny thing about it is that the co-host over here was only really involved in one incident for that phone booth, and it was me and our friend Joe who were the majority of it. And
right.
I mean, you came in for the very last part of it, and it just happened because you were there.
Right, we were there,
and
you made a suggestion, and I was like, okay,
yeah, let's go do it. So we'll cover that on the next episode. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, we've wasted enough of your time this week. You can always follow us again on social media at the Talking Goose. We're on the formerly known Twitter machine on X. We are on YouTube because you're watching us here. If you catch us on any of the podcast services, Spotify, Amazon.
And if you actually remember phone booths, try dial up. You'll catch us on.
You'll catch us on a but put your quarter in first.
Right.
Anyways, you can catch us on our own website at the Talking Goose at thegroose.com. Same for an email there, thetalkinggoose at thegroose.com. You can find us there. Hints, tips, suggestions. We'll do anything for viewership. Almost anything.
Almost anything.
So, anyways, well, once again, we have come to a close for this. This editing's going to be fun because we screwed up so many times.
Outtakes,
yeah. For a paid membership, you get to see what goes on behind the scenes.
See how much you have to rearrange the Rocket Courier studio office in order just to get the equipment in here.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
We're
still working on the new studio, folks. I'm not there yet.
We could do remember Def Leppard in the video? I think it was the Pour Some Sugar on Me video where they're setting up the concert.
Oh yeah,
and they do it in fast motion.
Yeah, there we go.
A video going in and out. Yeah,
high speed video here. Let's pick up the speed of the recording here, and it'll look like that. Yeah.
No, but when we're cleaning up the office.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anyways, once again, you guys can follow us all on social media. We're on YouTube. You guys will be seeing us. I'm going to try to keep it at 10 o'clock Tuesday to have it uploaded for any of your viewing and listening pleasures. Well, I think that's a wrap for another 2 weeks.
Yep. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. You guys all have a good couple weeks, and we'll see you then. Let's talk.